Shalom. Yah Bashim Yasha Rakatha to the brothers. Yah Shemo Atham Bashim Yasha to the sisters. This is Tuesday, Brotherhood class. Let's clap it up for the Lord. Yeah, let's clap it up for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians working on this brotherhood. And we're gonna go right in. We're gonna go into the Joseph series. So we're gonna go straight in. Salakia. So we're gonna start with Genesis chapter 44, verse 32. Baba Shah, let me get to it. 44 and 32. All right. So before you read Baba Shah, just let you know, this is like I said, this is Brotherhood class. This is author Salakia. This is priest and officer Parataza out of Yonkers, New York. This is Isupk. Start off from 1 West 125th Street under Commander Junior Yana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They are the chosen people of this Bible. They are the true Israelites. They are the true Jews of this Bible. And we're going to start with, this is the Joseph series. Yahweh in the Hebrew. This is the Joseph series, and we're going to go straight in to show our people about brotherhood. You read that, Bob Shaw?
The book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 32. For thy servant became surety for the lad unto my father, saying, if I bring him not unto thee, then shall I bear the blame to my father forever.
Now this is what happened when his brother came into Egypt. So right now Joseph is talking to his brethren. His brethren don't know that this is his brother that they sold into Egypt. And Joseph's servant found silver cups that Joseph put inside their bags. So right now they're talking about Benjamin. Because Benjamin came to Egypt with his brothers to see Joseph, because Joseph wanted to meet their younger brother, which is Joseph's younger brother also. So right now, this is what they did, and his father had told Judah about what if you bring Benjamin there, you better bring him back, and if you don't bring him back, you know what I'm saying, the burden would be on Judah's hands. So right now he's talking to Joseph about what his father said, what he said to his father. Read on.
Verse 33. Now therefore I pray thee, let thy servant abide instead of the lad a bondman to my Lord, and let the lad go up with his brethren.
All right, read that from the top, Baba Shaw.
The book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 33. Now therefore I pray thee.
So he's saying therefore that he prayed thee. Why? Because he did not want Benjamin become Joseph's servant by finding the silver cup in his sack. So he's praying to him for this not to happen. Read on.
Let thy servant abide instead of the lad a bondman to my Lord.
So he's saying, let me instead take the place of my brother. Read on.
And let the lad go up with his brethren.
So let my younger brother go on with the rest of his brothers up into Canaan. Read on.
Verse 34. For how shall I go up to my father, and the lad be not with me? Least peradventure I see the evil that shall come on my father.
You see, say that again.
Least peradventure I see the evil that shall come on my father.
So now if Judah do not, you know what I'm saying, return with his younger brother, he see how really upset that Jacob will be, how really heartache that Jacob will be. Now this is Judah. Now this is Judah. This is the brethren that posed a plan to, you know what I'm saying, to hurt his brother and to sell him for some pieces of sugar. I mean piece of the silver, pieces of the silver. So this is what's going on, and this is Judah who's talking. You know what I'm saying? He's talking for Joseph's younger brother. Say, let me step in. Let me step in and take on, you know what I'm saying? Take on what is the words I'm looking for? Take on try to take on replace. I want to replace, you know what I'm saying? I want to take on the burden of my brother. You know what I'm saying? I want to turn on the burden of my younger brother to make sure that he come home safely to his father. This is Judah right here. This is the same Judah that sold his brother, you know what I'm saying, that beat his brother up, threw him in the ditch, and you know what I'm saying, and got profit for it. The same one. Now he's stepping it up to the plate and putting his life on the line for his younger brother, which is Joseph's younger brother. Because they have the same mother and father. Can you read that from the top, 34?
The book of Genesis, chapter 44, verse 34. For how shall I go up to my father, and the lad be not with me?
Go on.
Lest peradventure I see the evil that shall come on my father.
So he sees some evil. He see this burden that's coming on by his father. But Judah stepped up. Judah stepped up and changed. Because Judah, you know what I'm saying? Judah is the one that planned on hurting his brother, hurting Joseph, so on and so forth. So Judah changed and decided, you know what? I'm going to take Benjamin's place. I'm going to take Benjamin's place. Can you go to 1 John chapter 3, verse 14? 1 John chapter 3, verse 14. So this is Judah. Because you know, there's early in the book of Genesis, that Judah, like I said, Judah was the one that, you know, that talked his brothers into selling Joseph into Egypt, selling him into these merchants that brought Joseph into Egypt. Have beat Joseph, threw him in the ditch, have shown no brotherhood, show him no brotherhood at all. No brotherhood at all. But in this moment in time, when it's time to, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to step up and it's time to show brotherhood, he wanted to take the place to make sure nothing happened to his younger brother. He wanted to take the place. If you have that, can you read it, please?
1 John chapter 3, verse 14. We know that we have passed from death.
Say that again.
We know that we have passed from death.
So we know that we have passed from death. Read on.
Unto life.
Go on.
Because we love the brethren.
Go on.
He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
All right, read that from the top again.
1 John chapter 3, verse 14. We know that we have passed from death.
So we know that we have passed for death. The things that we've been doing, the wickedness that we, you know what I'm saying, that we was doing, the wickedness that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have been doing, you know what I'm saying, have been doing to each other. You know what I'm saying? Our old life. And that's Judah showing, you know what I'm saying, showing that he's showing what it said, we know that we passed from death. And that's what Judah's doing. He's passing from death. He's passing from that old state of mind of wickedness towards his brothers, towards what he did to, you know what I'm saying, what he did to Joseph. And he's showing it. And he's showing it by action. Read on.
Unto life.
Unto what?
Unto life.
See, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Life is showing brotherhood, showing sisterhood, showing that you could change, showing that you ain't not a wicked bastard anymore. You know what I'm saying? Showing that you don't have these, you know what I'm saying, these angry thoughts towards your brothers, towards your sisters, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We could pass from death. You know what I'm saying? Death is killing that old man. Killing that old man. Then we coming into life. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then we coming into life. Then we showing brotherhood. Then we showing sisterhood. Then we showing, you know what I'm saying? Then we showing the people that we trespass against. It's showing that we changed. You know what I'm saying? We're not that same person anymore. And they would see it. You know what I'm saying? They would see it the same way that you see the actions that Judah's doing. Judah's decided, I'm going to take my brother's place as a bondman. Let my brother go. Let him go with his, you know what I'm saying? Let him go back to his father with my other brothers. And I will stay here with you in his place. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Oh, you're fixing your glasses. Lock. I thought you was raising your hands. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I'm going to read that from the top. We know that we pass from death. Death is the wickeder. You know what I'm saying? Is when we used to be wicked. When we used to, you know what I'm saying? When we not showing brother, when we selling drugs to our brothers, when we selling drugs to our sisters, when we doing all this badness following behind our oppressor. You know what I mean? Looking at our oppressor. See, he could sell a boatload of drugs, so I'm going to sell a boatload of drugs. And I'm going to be wicked and sell it to my brothers and sisters because I got to come up. That's being wicked. That's you being, you know what I'm saying? That's you being, that's you showing that you could, you know what I mean? Showing, you know, the unbrotherly, you know what I'm saying? They're showing you the unsisterly. We know that we could pass from the death. The death is causing death to each other and yourself. We could pass from that. We pass from death unto life. What is life? Letting you know that you could change. Read on.
Because we love the brethren.
Because we what?
Because we love the brethren.
Because we love the brethren. That's what Judah's doing. Judah's showing Joseph that he loved the brethren. But guess what? He don't even know that's Joseph. He don't even know that's Joseph. He don't even know that. He don't know what, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. He just showing his action that he loved his brother. Because we, you know what I'm saying, because we love the brethren. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Love is an action word, according to the Bible. We could pass, you know what I'm saying, could pass through death and come to light, come to life, because we love the brethren. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native, but look around. You look around in the Bronx. You look, you know what I'm saying, you look around in Yonkers. You look around in Harlem. You look around in Brooklyn. Much death is going on, no life. Much death is going on, no life. And you know how you can come to life? Follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and understand that you could change. But you have to be taught that you can change. And that's why you come into the Isupk or go to isupk.com, you know what I'm saying, and call that number that's close to you. So you can start changing. Because I know Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, I know we have a zeal for God, but we don't have it for knowledge. I'm paraphrasing. That's what's going on. I know that we want to follow the Most High God, but He have law, statute, commandments for us to follow because we are His chosen people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's who we are. And this is what Judah's doing. Judah is stepping up, is making sure nothing happened to his younger brother, and he don't even know who he's talking to. He's talking to the man that he sold into slavery. So, you know what I'm saying, that he had been beaten, that he's showing to the person that he threw in a ditch, that he lied to his father about that he was dead. Now he's showing action that he could change. Read on.
He that loveth not his brother.
He that what?
Loveth not his brother.
He that loveth not his brother. Read on.
Abideth in death.
Abideth in death. He that one that loveth not his brother abideth in death. And that's what we see in our communities, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Because we do not love our brother. We say it, but we don't even know what that means. We see in our oppressor, we see, oh, that's how he love. Rape, rob, and murder, and sell drugs. See, oh, okay, we're going to follow that. That's love. Love, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he just want to get his own. Oh, that's love right here. You know what I'm saying? We following love by some type of you know what I'm saying, disgusting murderer. And we think that's love. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No, love is following the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how you love your brother. That's how you love your sister. That's how you love your father. That's how you love your mother. It's following these law, statutes, and commandments. That's what you do. And right there, you know what I'm saying, it's showing that you could come from death. Because not if you don't love your brother, we're going to continue in death, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what we're going to continue in death. How long we want to continue death? Look outside. Look around you. When we come outside, look at all the death, because we're not showing no love to each other at all. At all. We're not. Because we're following behind, you know what I'm saying, the people that have been whipping us for the past 600 years. That's what's going on, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are being hurt. We are being destroyed. We are being torn away from the Lord's statutes, commandments. We are being torn away to the Most High God, our power. We've been torn away from that by these merciless people, by these perverted people. We know who's on top and who's on the bottom. Come on, you look around. Look around. You see who's on the bottom and who's on top. And the same people that saying this book is for everybody is the one who's been beating us up for all these centuries. But you could come back to, you could change that. And we can help you with that. And this Bible right here, you know what I'm saying, only going to help Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It don't help anybody else. This Bible is not for everybody else. Now, this is what Judah is showing to Joseph. And he don't even know that Joseph, this is just a stranger. This is a stranger to him. But he's stepping up for his younger brother, because he did not step up for his brother before. He did dirt to his brother, the way that we're doing in the streets. The way that we showing, you know what I'm saying? We showing our brothers no mercy, no forgiveness. We showing them death. We showing them death, Bobby Shaw. We go back to you could drop that. You drop that out on one. We go back to Genesis chapter 44, verse 34. So that's what Judah's doing. Judah is showing Joseph that you know what I'm saying, this change is happening. He's showing Joseph that he's putting his life on the line for his younger brother. That's what Judah's doing. In spite of all the wickedness that he was doing, that he did to Joseph, he's showing Joseph that, you know what I'm saying, there's a change in his heart. And when the Bible's talking about the heart, it's talking about the mind. You read 45 and 1. He's showing that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 45, verse 1. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried, cause every man to go out from me. Salakia, cause every man to go out from me. And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren.
Wait, Salakia, so can you read that from the top, Baba Shaw?
The book of Genesis, chapter 45, verse 1.
Now, this is when Judah, Salakia, sir, this is when Judah stepped up and say, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to let me replace my brother. Let me replace my brother so he could go home to it, you know what I'm saying, to his father. And this way, and once Joseph saw that, this is what happened. Read on.
Then Joseph could not refrain himself.
He could not what?
Refrain himself.
Go on.
Before all them that stood by him.
So Joseph saw this righteous act that Judah did. Judah, the one who beat him up, threw him in the ditch, and sold him for a couple of pieces of silver. And he saw this change. And Joseph could not refrain himself. Read.
And he cried.
And he what?
And he cried.
Joseph cried about this. Joseph cried. Because Joseph always have compassion anyway. That was his thing. Joseph got compassion. And he cried. He cried in front of everybody. He couldn't hold it no more. He couldn't hold it. And he cried because he seen the change. He seen the change in his brother. And who said that we cannot? Who said that Blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians cannot show love to their brother? Cannot start sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, for their brethren? Because stop selling, you know what I'm saying? Stop selling drugs. Stop whoring out our sisters. Stop being perverted, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Stop following behind this oppressor. Stop killing one another. Stop beating up each other. Stop stabbing each other. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Joseph saw that in his brothers. His brother did that to him, and he saw a change. He saw a change in his brothers that he could not refrain from crying by seeing this change. By seeing sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, their life for their little brother so he could go back home to their father. Joseph couldn't hold it in no more. So he started crying. He started crying. Read on.
Cause every man to go out from me.
So when he was crying, he told his servants to leave. He started crying right in front of everyone, and he told his servants to leave. That's Joseph right there. That's Joseph looking at the actions of his brother and seeing that his brother had changed for the good. No more death for his brother. No more death. He was in light. He was in life. Because he loved his brothers. He's showing, you know what I'm saying? He's showing the action of love. He's showing, you know what I'm saying? Judah is showing the action of love. And Joseph was right there to witness that change and see that change manifest. Read on.
And there stood no man with him.
There what?
And there stood no man with him.
All his servants was gone. He told all his servants to leave. And there's nobody's there with Joseph, and Joseph's crying out. Read on.
While Joseph made himself known unto his brethren.
He did what?
While Joseph made himself known unto his brethren.
Like I told you before, his brothers did not know this is Joseph, the one that they beat up, the one that they stripped off the coat, the one that they threw him in the ditch, the one that while he was in the ditch, they were sitting down eating bread, while their brother Joseph was in a ditch, stripped from his coat what his father gave him. You know what I'm saying? Then Judah stand up and say, why prophet? You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. How, you know what I'm saying? How is by shedding Joseph, our brother's blood? How we profit off of this? Let's sell him. And they agree on this. This is the same people. This is the same one that decided 10 toes down, I'm going to take the place of my younger brother, Benjamin. Joseph witnessing this. He witnessed this. He cried. He told his servants to leave out the, you know, to leave out, and he made known to his brethren that he, you know what I'm saying? Read that again.
While Joseph made himself known unto his brethren.
He made himself known unto his brothers. He made himself known unto his brothers. That's what Joseph did. That's what Joseph did. Can you hold that? Let's go to Romans chapter 12, verse 10. That's what Joseph did. He made himself known because he seen this brotherly act. He seen this kindness act. He seen this non-selfish act that Judah did. He remembered what Judah did to him. But now Judah is somebody else. Judah is showing, you know what I'm saying, showing this brotherhood. Showing that he's willing to step in for his younger brother. That's what Judah did. And Joseph right there witnessing this, and he burst out crying. And he had to let himself know. Because Joseph is second in charge in Egypt. The Lord is with Joseph. Everything Joseph touched was flourishing, but prospering. That's what's going on. But once Joseph saw this act that what Judah did, his brother, he couldn't hold it no more. He cried out. He would let himself be known by the act of the brotherhood. That what, you know what I mean? What his brother done for his younger brother. Read on.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 10. Be kindly affectioned.
Be what?
Be kindly affectioned.
So he saw Judah's being kindly and affectionate. Judah was being kindly affectionate. Read.
One to another.
What? Say that again.
One to another.
He was being kindly affectionate to one to another. He stepped in for Benjamin. He stepped in for Benjamin to show that he's showing kindly being kindly and affectionate to one another. That's he's showing the change. He's showing the change because Joseph remember what happened. Because you know what I'm saying? In spite of everything that's going on, Joseph still, you know what I'm saying, still love his brothers. He still love his brothers. Read on.
With brotherly love.
With what?
With brotherly love.
Blacks and Spaniards in his need what?
Brotherly love.
We need this. Blacks and Spaniards in his need to show what?
Brotherly love.
Brotherly love. Brotherly love, because we done lost it. We done lost brotherly love, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We done lost it. That's a commandment. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is what the Bible had teach us. Here we go. Be kindly and affectionate to one to another with brotherly love. When the last time that we did that? When the last time we was kindly and affectionate to one another? When? Huh? When? As a nation, and that's a no. That's a no, because we follow behind this oppressor. We follow behind these rapers and murderers and these perverted people. We have time enough. We have no time enough to heal from the destruction, what they did, what they cast upon us, what they did to us. We have no time enough to heal. We have no safe. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians didn't have no safe place. We didn't have a safe place to go out and heal. We have no safe place to show, you know what I'm saying, to be kindly affectionate to one another, to show brotherly love. We didn't have that safe place. We still, you know what I'm saying, we still being whipped. We still being kicked. We still being murdered by this oppressor. He didn't like, oh, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor is wicked. He didn't say, oh, man, we've been kicking these people while they's down. These, you know what I'm saying, these people that cannot defend themselves. Let's, you know what I'm saying, let's put some land on the side so these people can heal. Let's not mess with these people so these people can heal. He did not do that. He did not do that at all. Our oppressor did not do that. We don't have no safe space. But since 1969, Blacks, Hispanics, and you know what I'm saying, Isupk have been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that Isupk is the safe place. This is it. This is a place that we could show brotherly love to one another and be kindly affectionate to one another with brotherly love. This is the safe place in the Isupk. This is the safe place right here. Go to isupk.com and find that numbers close to you, and you know what I mean, and call that number. Get in all black. Come into the school and learn. This is a school. We teach you how to be kindly and affectionate to one another with brotherly love. And that's what Joseph witnessed. That's what Joseph witnessed towards, you know what I'm saying, toward his brother that offended him, toward his brother that beat him up, toward his brother that sold him. He saw that. He saw that. Read on.
And honor, preferring one another.
And what?
And honor, preferring one another.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's an honor preferring Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's an honor. It's an honor showing brotherly love to one another. It's an honor be kindly affectionate to one another. That's an honor under the Most High God. Following these laws, statutes, and commandments. But that's not what we've been doing in 2022. We just following behind this, you know what I'm saying, this perverted beast. That's what he is. He's a perverted beast. This, you know what I'm saying? This is a nation of perverted beasts. This is a nation of people have told you that a man is more woman than the woman that gave birth to him. This is those people. They perverted. They murderous people. Anything, you know what I'm saying? Anything that they could have an orgasm off, that's how they do. And these are the people that we follow behind. These are the people that, you know what I'm saying, that have, you know what I'm saying, that's being kind. No, they're not. They don't know how to be kind. They're a bunch of barbarians. And we follow them behind these people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is God's people, period. It's God's people. That's who we are. And if we come back to the Lord's statute commandment, if we come back to our Most High God, if we come into the Isupk, the safe place, and be taught again how to, you know what I'm saying, how to be kindly affectionate to one another, because that's what we need. We need that more than money. Money comes and goes, but being kindly affectionate to one another stays forever. And you can see the results of not being kindly affectionate to one another, because what we do drive-bys, we rob each other. You know what I'm saying? We steal from each other. We poor. We're in a poor neighborhood. We're in a poor neighborhood robbing poor people. How would that sound? We in poor neighborhood robbing poor people. How do that sound? That's how destroyed we are, because we don't know how to be kindly affectionate to one another. We don't. We don't. We think we do, but we don't. In 2022, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't. We don't at all. And then we don't even know how to prefer one another. It is an honor to prefer a Hispanic. It is an honor to prefer a so-called Black. It is an honor to preserve, you know what I'm saying, so-called Native Indian, because they are the chosen people of this Bible. They are my brethren. They are my brethren. It's not by accident that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are going through the same, same thing. The same property, the same murder, the same stealing, the same drug addiction. It's not by accident in this nation. We don't have anybody to protect us. Who's protecting Brazil? Huh? Who's protecting Brazil? If America decided to invade Brazil, what they already did, who's protecting? Where's their army? Where's the Brazilian army? Where's the Jamaican army to protect them from another nation to come over there to invade? Where's that army at? Where's Haiti army? If a nation come over and decided they want to invade, where's Haiti army? Where's the Native Indian army at? If America, well, you already know the answer to that. If America decided to run a pipeline through reservation, who's there to stop them? Who's there to stop them? There's no army to protect the Native Indians. There's no army. And America just decided, let's just run this pipeline. There's no cover for us. There's no protection for us. But guess what? If we're coming back to the law, statutes, commandments, the Most High will protect us. Because right here, Joseph is in captivity. And he's flourishing because he believes in the Most High God. And right here, Joseph is showing, you know what I'm saying, compassion towards his brother, even though what his brother did to him. You could drop that, and we could go back to chapter 45 in Genesis. Yeah, can you read chapter 45 and 1 once again, please, Baba Shaw? The water, I appreciate that. Because Joseph, Yahusop, in the Hebrew is showing compassion, seeing that his brothers changed. And by seeing that and seeing the sacrifice that Judah did, made him cry. Made him cry. Because he saw the action. He didn't see it in words. He saw the action. Read that if you have a barbershop.
The book of Genesis, chapter 45, verse 1. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him.
That's why he couldn't refrain himself at all. Read on.
And he cried.
And he what?
And he cried.
And Joseph cried. Go on.
Cause every man to go out from me.
So he told all his servants to leave. Go on.
And there stood no man with him.
Go on.
While Joseph made himself known unto his brethren.
He's made himself known unto his brethren. That's what Joseph did. Why crying? Why looking at this act that Judah did? Read on. Verse 2. This is Joseph right here. Showing compassion to his brother. Showing compassion to his brother. Showing, oh man, my brother, he's done change. He changed. Because he's stepping up and about to sacrifice himself for my younger brother, his younger brother. Read on.
Verse 2. And he wept aloud.
And he what?
And he wept aloud.
And he wept aloud. He cried out loud. Joseph. Yawasop in the Hebrew. Because he have compassion in his heart, which means in his mind. He loved his brothers. He showed action to his brothers. Read on.
And the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard.
And the what?
And the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard.
Everybody heard this loudness of weeping. Everybody heard it. So what? So what? Read on.
Verse 3. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph.
I am what?
I am Joseph.
I am Yawasop. Read on.
Doth my father yet live?
Does my what?
Doth my father yet live?
Because he loved his father. Read on.
And his brethren could not answer him.
Wait. Say that again.
And his brethren could not answer him.
And his brothers cannot answer them. They're going to tell you the why they could not answer them. Read on.
For they were troubled at his presence.
They was what?
They were troubled at his presence.
Because they did not recognize him. They did not recognize him at all. They don't know who it is. They just think of this Egyptian talking. This is their state of mind. They've been dealing with Joseph for a while. But they still didn't know, you know what I'm saying? They just still didn't know this is his brethren. And they for, you know what I'm saying? And for this act what Judah did, this what Joseph have done. Read on.
Verse 4. And Joseph said unto his brethren, come near to me, I pray you. And they came near. And he said, I am Joseph.
I am what?
I am Joseph.
Go on.
Your brother.
Your what?
Your brother.
Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians.
Your brother.
I am priest and officer Paratazar. I am Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians' brother. That's who I am. Read on.
Whom ye sold into Egypt.
Who he what?
Whom ye sold into Egypt.
Who he sold into Egypt. Who he sold into Egypt. So in spite of Joseph, you know what I mean? Joseph's letting to be known. Read on.
Verse 5. Now therefore be not grieved.
Just say that again.
Now therefore be not grieved.
So he said, now therefore be not grieved. Don't be grievous. Don't grieve. Because he let them know that I'm your brother Joseph, who you know what I'm saying, who you did this act to. But don't grieve. Don't grieve over this. Read on.
Nor angry with yourselves.
No what?
Nor angry with yourselves.
So this is Joseph telling them don't grieve. Or don't be angry with yourself. Don't be angry with yourself, brothers. Even though that you know what I'm saying, even though that you beat me up, stripped my coat off, and threw me in the ditch. Read on.
That ye sold me hither. For God did send me before you to preserve life.
Wait, say that again. So you sold me here?
That ye sold me hither.
Yeah, that's what they did. We don't.
For God did send me before you
For the Most High didn't send me. Go on.
to preserve life.
To do what?
Preserve life.
That's what Joseph was there to do. To preserve life. That's what Joseph was there to do. To preserve life. He's telling his brothers, don't be, you know what I'm saying? Don't be grieved. Don't be angry on the acts that you did. Don't do that. Because off the top, he forgave them. He forgave his brothers. That made him cry. He saw the act and the change of what Judah did for Benjamin, and he cried. Read on.
Verse 6. For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land.
For what?
For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land.
So for these 2 years had the famine been in there, because it's only been 2 years. It's only been 2 years, but it's going to go longer than that, the famine. Read on.
And yet there are 5 years.
There's what?
And yet there are 5 years.
So the total years that the famine going to be in the land, in that region, going to be for 7 years. Read on.
And the which there shall neither be earing nor harvest.
Go on.
Verse 7. And God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. Verse 8. So now it was not you that sent me hither,
Go on.
but God.
But who?
But God.
But God has sent them there. God sent them through the fire. God has sent Joseph through the fire, and Joseph came out on top. Read on.
And he hath made me a father to Pharaoh.
He had what?
Made me a father to Pharaoh.
He had made him a father unto Pharaoh. Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? Just let me remind you, Pharaoh is the most strongest, you know what I'm saying? That at that time, he's the most strongest on, you know what I'm saying, at the known world right now. That's Pharaoh. But Joseph, you know what I'm saying, by the Most High God is being with Joseph, and everything Joseph touched flourished because of the Most High God. He became Pharaoh number 2. He's let Pharaoh know about the famine. Pharaoh didn't know anything about that, because the Most High God was, you know what I'm saying, was giving these things to Pharaoh, but Pharaoh don't know what's going on, but Joseph do. All interpretation belongs to the Most High God, because that's what he's doing. Read on.
And Lord of all his house.
And what?
And Lord of all his house.
And Lord of all his house. That's Joseph. That's his position. Read on.
And a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Verse 9. Haste ye and go up to my father and say unto him, thus saith thy son Joseph, God hath made me Lord of all Egypt.
Read that scripture. God had what?
God hath made me Lord of all Egypt.
The Most High. Joseph, let me remind you, Joseph was in the land of his affliction. Joseph, you know what I'm saying? Joseph was a bondman in the land, you know what I'm saying, of his captivity. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But Joseph believed in the Most High God, because Jacob raised him up well. Jacob raised him up real well to believe in the Most High God. And God made him a ruler over Egypt. Read on.
Come down unto me, tarry not. Verse 10. And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen.
Go on.
And thou shalt be near unto me.
So he's telling his brothers, you know what I'm saying? He's telling his brothers to go up, go get our father, bring him down here, because the famine, you know what I'm saying? You have 5 more years of famine, 5 more years. There's nothing going on, but everything is happening in Egypt. Come down here, and I'm going to give you some land. I'm going to give you this. You know what I mean? Remember, Joseph's in the land of his captivity, but the Most High is with him. And who said that the Most High cannot be with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in 2022? That's our oppressor had told us this. We've been following behind our oppressor. You don't think that the Most High God could be with us if we follow the law, statute, commandments, and don't be, you know what I'm saying, don't follow behind this oppressor? You know what I'm saying? Believe in everything what this oppressor said based on the history of this country. Based on the history of this country, why should we believe the people that have been whipping our backs in, have been lying to us, have been sending us through all this grievous stuff, these grievous situations, based on the history of this country? And we're just following suit. Next month, you know what we're going to do, Baba Shaw? You know what we're going to do with Blacks Hispanic Native Indians? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to celebrate the 4th of July next month. Next month, we're going to celebrate the 4th of July. Now, you know what I'm saying? The 4th of July is celebrating the independence from the British. 1776. During, you know what I'm saying? During 1776, what was Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians at? What was where we at? It's a different type of celebration that the way we celebrated and they celebrated. They was in power. We was in slave fields. We was in the cocoa fields. We was in the sugarcane field. That's where we was at. That's where we was at. While they was signing, you know what I'm saying, some paper, some independent paper. That's where we was at. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We following behind our oppressor, not coming to the Most High God, because we've been beat down. We know, you know what I'm saying? We know 1776. It's not like everybody don't know what it is. Why are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is celebrating the 4th of July? Why? For what reason? You have these people boot heels on your neck, literally. Now you're going to celebrate their independence? Why we cannot celebrate our independence away from them? Huh? Because we're not, because we still here. Because we still here in this captivity. We are a lost people. We have Stockholm syndrome. We are very lost people. We don't.
And thou shalt be near unto me.
Thou shalt be what?
Near unto me.
We should be near to each other. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We should come together. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. This was Joseph. Even Joseph said this. Yahweh said this. Come down here. Come down the ocean. Be near to me. Be near to your brother. Let's be together. Let's come together in Goshen. I got you. I want to be near my family. Read on.
Thou and thy children and thy children's children and thy flocks and thy herds and all that thou hast.
Oh man. Wait, start from Goshen. Start from Goshen. I was saying that verse.
I'm going to start from Goshen.
Yeah, come on. In verse 10.
Goshen.
Go on.
And thou shalt be near unto me.
So thou shalt be near unto you. But he done not only near, he's stepping it up. He's stepping it up. Joseph is stepping it up and show you how much that he loved his brothers, how much that he loved his family, how much he loved Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians up today. Read on.
Thou and thy children and thy children's children.
So he's saying, I want your children and your children's children to be near me. Read on.
And thy flocks.
And that what?
And thy flocks.
So I want your children's children to be near me. Blacks, Hispanics, and not only that, I want your flock to be near me. Read on.
And thy herds.
And that what?
And thy herds.
Also, I want your herds to be near me. He wanted to be around his brethren. He wanted to be around his family. He considered his family. Read on.
And all that thou hast.
And all that I have. Everything that you have, I want that all to be, I want all of us to come together. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what Joseph said. I want your children's children. I want your flock. I want everything that you have. I want us to be together. I want us to be a family. That's what Joseph in Goshen. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to make this happen. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read on.
Verse 11. And there will I nourish thee.
And there what?
And there will I nourish thee.
Oh man, I want us to come together. Your children, your flock, and everything that you have. And I would do what?
Nourish thee.
I would nourish you. Read on.
For yet there are 5 years of famine.
For yet what?
For yet there are 5 years of famine.
Yeah, I would nourish you. And we still got 5 years to go in this famine, but I will give you food. I will give your children food. I will give our father food. I will give our brothers food. I will give food to the animals. Long as we together. Long as we together. In spite of what his brothers have done to him, he wasn't miserable. He didn't want to get no get back. He didn't hold no grudge. And what is Leviticus chapter was that 19 and 17? Don't hold no grudge. I think thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. That's right there. He wasn't hating no brother in his heart. Even though they offended him, even though they did that act towards him, beat him up, ripped off the coat that his father gave to him, sold him. He said, forget that. Forget that. Bring the family. Bring everybody. Everything you got. Bring it. And I would nourish you. Because there's 5 more years of famine. This is Joseph right here. Showing brotherhood. Showing, you know what I'm saying? Showing, you know what I'm saying? Showing brotherhood. Showing sisterhood. Doing all the things that's you know what I'm saying, that's good. That's showing that we could be a great people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You can let that go, you know what I'm saying? Let that grudge go. Let it grow. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. What are you holding it for? Holding it for what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Why are we killing each other? For what? Huh? For what? Why are we robbing from each other? For what? In captivity? Robbing another brother that don't have anything? We don't know how to be a brother. We don't know how to be a sister. We don't know how to be a mother, nor a father, nor an uncle, nor an aunt. Because we follow behind this oppressor. We follow behind people that have been raped, robbed, and murdered for centuries. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Read on.
Lest thou and thy household and all that thou hast come to poverty.
Come to what?
Poverty.
Go on.
Verse 12. And behold, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin.
Go on.
That it is my mouth that speaketh unto you.
That's it.
Verse 13. And ye shall tell my father.
Ye shall what?
And ye shall tell my father.
You should tell my father. Go on.
Of all my glory.
Of what?
Of all my glory.
Of all his glory. Go on.
In Egypt.
In what?
In Egypt.
In the land of his captivity. Go on.
And of all that ye have seen. And ye shall haste and bring down my father hither.
Ye shall haste and bring down my father here.
Verse 14.
Hold on, Salakia, sir. Hold that. Go to Songs chapter 133 and 1. 133 and 1. Because this is what Joseph's saying. Joseph's saying, go tell his father. Go tell everybody. Go tell all our brethren, all our family to come down in Goshen. Especially his father. This is what Joseph wants. right. Go ahead, sir.
Psalms 133 and 1. Behold,
Go on.
how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Say that again.
Behold,
Go on.
how good and how pleasant it is
How
for
good, Salaki, sir. How good and how pleasant it is. This is good and this is pleasurable. Read.
For brethren.
For what?
For brethren.
For blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are what?
Brethren.
Go on.
To dwell together.
To do what?
To dwell.
To blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to do what?
To dwell.
Read on.
Together.
Go on.
In unity.
In what?
In unity.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to do what? Need to be in what?
In unity.
In unity. In unity, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It is good and pleasurable to dwell for. It is for brethren to dwell together in unity. This is how good it is. Read on.
Verse 2.
Go on.
It is like the precious ointment.
It is like what?
The precious ointment.
It's like the precious ointment. This is when you have changed. This is when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have changed. We becoming a new person, and we get anointed by this precious ointment. And this, you know what I mean? Read on.
Upon the head.
Upon the what?
Upon the head.
So you get anointed with this precious ointment upon the head. You know what I mean? Upon the head. Read on.
That ran down upon the beard.
Ran what?
That ran down upon the beard.
So it is good and pleasurable. You know what I mean? And pleasure. Salaki said, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that runneth down. Read on.
Even Aaron's beard.
Runneth down the beard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, drenched in, you know what I'm saying, in the unity. You want to be able to be drenched in this precious ointment that called unity. So we could dwell together, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's good. And that's pleasant. You know what I'm saying? That's a pleasant feeling. That's a pleasant of being. You want to be drenched in a precious oil. Like Aaron, you know what I'm saying? A high priest in Israel. Come all the way down from your head, all the way down to your beard. You know what I mean? It's because it's great to be in that unity with your brothers. With your brothers. Read on.
That went down to the skirts of his garments.
That went where?
Down to the skirts of his garments.
You saturated in this beautiful oil. In this, you know what I'm saying? In this ointment. You saturated, and you know what I'm saying? You're saturated to dwell together in unity with your brothers. You're saturated in this stuff. You're saturated in this stuff, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's how great it is to be. That's the reason why I'm telling you to come into the Isupk. You know what I'm saying? Go to isupk.com and be saturated in this unity. Be saturated in this brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Be saturated in this precious ointment and becoming a new person. This is what Judah did. This is what Joseph saw in Judah. This is what Joseph saw in Judah. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Salakia, sir. I like that. Can you just one more time, Salakia, sir, by reading Psalms 133 and 1 all the way down to 32, please, Baba Shaw. Salakia. Because this is great. This is something that we don't know anything about, that we only seen in TVs and movies, and think, no, that ain't fake. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. We don't see that. We don't see it at all. Because we're falling behind this oppressor. I'm sure. Can you read that from the top?
Psalms 133 and 1.
Go on.
Behold,
Behold, come on.
how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together
How, go on.
in unity.
And what?
And unity.
It's good and pleasure to dwell together. To dwell together, blacks, Hispanics, in unity. Read on.
Verse 2. It is like the precious ointment.
It is like a precious ointment to dwell together with your brothers in unity. It's like a precious ointment. Read on.
Upon the head.
Upon the what?
Upon the head.
A precious ointment that being poured on your head, that you becoming a new person. You know what I'm saying? And you dusting off the old you. You putting that to death. And you coming into life. Read on.
That ran down upon the beard.
That coming saturated. You know what I'm saying? Saturated to dwell together in unity. You want to become saturated to dwell together in unity with your brethren. Read on.
Even Aaron's beard.
Even who?
Even Aaron's beard.
High priest a Levite, a so-called Haitian. This precious ointment is coming from the top of his head down into his beard and down to the Haitian's beard and our brethren's beard. Read on.
That went down to the skirts of his garments.
That went what?
Down to the skirts of his garments.
He got drenched in this precious ointment. This precious ointment that called, you know what I'm saying, that called unity for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's like that precious ointment. And that's how we got to be. We have to be put aside and get this precious ointment that called unity. But we don't know this. Huh? We don't know this at all. It's like a precious ointment for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come together in unity and get drenched and saturated in this stuff. And the only place that you can get saturated in this precious ointment and unity is in the Isupk. This is where we have to be taught. We have to be taught that is good and pleasure to dwell together with our brethren in unity, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This book ain't for everybody. This book is for the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Which are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the true Jews of this Bible. We are the Israelites of this Bible. That's who we are. And our oppressors have been lying to us. Our oppressor have been the devil. The devil and the deceiver have been deceiving us. Have saying this Bible is for everybody, which is not. This Bible was only for those people that call themselves Israelis, which is not. The Bible, you know what I'm saying? These people have been lying to us. Jesus is white. It don't say that in this Bible. I don't see it. Even to this day, people think Jesus is white. To this day. This is the information age, and people still got, if I say Jesus and people out there watching my class, boom. Some, you know what I'm saying? Some Blanquito just pop into their head. Some European just pop into their head. You could drop that, Baba Shah. Lock it. I'm going to, we was in verse 13. So we're going to 14, Salakia. Genesis chapter 45 and 14. So that's what we're supposed to pervert one another, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But our oppressor got us to think that we ain't, you know what I'm saying, we're not the same people. That's what, you know, that's what our oppressor is, you know what I'm saying, divide and conquer. That's what he's doing. There's no reason for a black to have beef with a Hispanic. There's no reason for a Hispanic to have black with a Native Indian. There's no reason for a Native Indian to have beef with a so-called, you know what I'm saying, African American. For what? When what would, you know what I'm saying, historically, what would we did to them? We ain't do anything to anybody, you know what I'm saying? We ain't do anything to a so-called Hispanic. We ain't do anything to a so-called, you know what I'm saying, Native Indian. We ain't do anything to a so-called black. But we know our oppressor did. This devil did. Conquer and divide. We didn't do it, none of this stuff to anybody. Come. We ain't doing enough stuff to anybody. But we're gonna get this right here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get this scripture right here. We're gonna go to Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Amos chapter 3, verse 1. About to get it. Chapter 3, verse 1. And this is the scripture Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should listen to right here. This is the scripture right here. Matter of fact, no, Salaki, I'm going to drop that. I'm gonna go into. Let me get Matthew's. Drop that. Let me get Matthew's chapter. This will be my last scripture. Let me get Matthew's chapter 18, verse 15. Let me get Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Because Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we, like I said, we've been followed behind this oppressor, and he been treating us like dirt. By us following behind this oppressor, guess who we treat like dirt? The people who look like us. The people, you know what I'm saying, our next door neighbor who look like us. You know what I'm saying? Pedro down the block who look like us. You know what I mean? Gerard down the block who look like us. You know what I'm saying? Our own nation. We've been, you know what I'm saying? We've been showing no brotherhood, no sisterhood to, because we hold grudges. Because we don't know how to forgive each other. We don't know how to do this because we're falling behind our oppressor. Let me get Matthew chapter 18, verse 15.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
So if our brother shall trespass, so if our brother shall do something wrong to us. Trespass means to do something wrong to us. Read on.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So just go and tell him, you know what I'm saying, tell him about the trespass. Just go over there and let him know about the trespass. But I know Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't know how to go to our brother and let him know that he was wrong. Because now we want to trespass against him. Instead of just piecing it up right there, we want to get him back. We want to get him back. Read on.
If he shall hear thee.
And he shall do what?
If he shall hear thee.
Now this is a big thing. This is a big thing. So if the one who trespass against you and you go to him and he hear you, because you know what I'm saying, that's important, because this person need to hear you. Now what it means to hear, if he hears you, I'm asking the question. Now what it mean if a brother hears you? What do that mean?
Salaki, sir, take heed to your counsel. So if you said something, so if I said something that offended you, you walk me to the side about it, it's not up to me to determine if I offended you or not. You already laid that claim. Now I just have to accept it.
So what do it mean that you heard me? Like, or if he hears you?
He acknowledges.
He acknowledging what?
The trespass.
He
did against you.
He acknowledges that he was wrong. You know what I mean? And he's saying that he won't do it. He won't do it again. So he's not gonna make no excuses of talking about, you know, the reason why I did that because this and this, or like, you know, I'm having a bad day, or, you know what I'm saying, my fault. He's not really hearing you. He's not. You know what I'm saying? He's not really hearing you. But if we do hear you, read on.
Thou hast gained thy brother.
Thou had what?
Thou hast gained thy brother.
See that right there. Right there. If he heard you and if he acknowledged that, you know what I'm saying, he was wrong, you have gained a brother. You have gained a brother because right now you see you see it. You see it by his actions. You know what I'm saying? You see it by his actions. He's like, yes, I was wrong. And that was wrong. And I'm going to make sure that I don't do that again. You're going to be like, I can hang with you. You know what I mean? I see where you are. But a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, in this kingdom don't want to hear that at all. They don't want to hear. They want to make excuses. You know what I mean? They were, well, you know, I'm having a bad day. Oh yeah, the reason why I did that, and they don't care about what you know what I'm saying. They don't care about the trespass. They just want to be right. That's what they are. They just want to be right. And in this kingdom, this is what it is. But you know, right? But in the school of Isupk, we would teach you how to go to your brother and how to accept that you was wrong, that you trespassed. And right there, and by you accepting that, you would gain a brother. You would literally gain a brother. You know what I mean? You would literally gain a brother. And that's my time. This is I'm priest and officer Paratiza out of Yonkers, New York, and this is the Isupk. Start off from 1 West 125th Street under Commander Junior Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They are the chosen people of this Bible. They are the chosen people of this Bible. Go, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you share and subscribe. And so you share this, subscribe, go into isupk.com, go to isupk.com, call the number that's close to your location, and get into class. Learn how to gain a brother. Learn how to hit, you know what I'm saying, hear a brother. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Isupk Yala.
Most high, clap it up for the class. All right. Shalom, Israel. Sign the sign-in sheet. Shalom.